to defend Tom Brady righteously today. I know it's not really I can always leave with Brady, right? But
yeah, we can always leave with Brady.
Gisele is starting to get under my skin.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. What is it about women not letting us have fun?
Okay.
I mean, life is just...
I mean, you can have all the fun you want.
So, Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. He's on James Corden.
Right.
Funny talk show guy. And he's on the show, and James Corden asks him about right after he won the Super Bowl, and here's Brady.
All of a sudden, I see my oldest son run over to me. Dad, and I gave him a big hug. I saw my, my two little ones, and all of a sudden I saw my wife, and I gave her a big hug. And just as I did it, she says, "What more do you have to prove?"
It's not about that. Let me speak for guys a little. It's not about that. Some of it's just it's fun to hang out with guys and laughs and camaraderie. When all these guys retire, they all hate practice. You know what they miss? Just to laugh with other funny alpha males and inappropriate, stupid guys in the locker room. And we all got a little meathead in us. It's not about proving stuff. Gisele's going to model until, in her 60s or 70s. What does she have to prove? Is she going to get more beautiful? I don't know. She just likes doing it. It's fun. It's fun to feel good about yourself. Here's something that I talked about briefly yesterday. It's so coincidental. This was a topic. 24 hours in a day, you sleep 8. That means there's 16 hours left in the day to do stuff. And remember, if you're a successful athlete, you're wealthy. And if you're wealthy people don't have to do the mindless crap you and I do to fill out their day. Yesterday, Greg Toohey, producer on my show, had a flat tire, had to go to 3 tire stores, still couldn't get it fixed, wasted 2.5 hours. I was booking airline flights. I'm on Delta.com. I'm on the phone listening, wasted 95 minutes of my life. Hey, Brady's not doing that. James Harden's not doing that. Kevin Durant's not doing that. LeBron's not doing that. They got a staff. From the time the season ends to the time camp starts is 5 months. He's got 6 homes, a private jet, and a staff. That's 16 hours a day. You can be a great dad and a great family man as a professional athlete. And you can be a great professional athlete. You can do both at the same time. Now, if you're a CEO, I always say, best jobs in the world are great athletes. It's not a CEO. It's not Elon Musk. Elon Musk is on the clock every day. A great surgeon's on the clock every day. A great attorney's on the clock every day. A CEO for our company on the clock every day. Pro athletes get time off. They get time off. They get more free stuff than other rich people. Tom Brady didn't pay for anything. They have free stuff all the time. So this idea that you can be a great athlete or you can be a great family person, he's got 16 hours a day. And by the way, by the time your kids get to be 14, they don't want to hang out with you all day anyway. Did you want to hang out with your parents when you were 14 and 15? I didn't. What is this rush to get Brady out of football? What's this rush to get athletes out of football? Peyton Manning retired. He is so bored. He's doing a comedy show on ESPN Plus and another show where he watches film. He's bored out of his mind. How many rounds of golf can you do? Nobody's telling Meryl Streep she's got to retire. Nobody's telling Hanks or Denzel they got to retire. In fact, I went to the top 5 grossing bands of 2019. Elton John, mid-70s. Metallica, they're around. Rolling Stones. What? Nobody's telling them to retire. You can be a great athlete, and you can be a great family guy. It's not just about what do you need to prove. That's part of it. You like to prove people wrong. I like to prove people wrong. I had a lot of doubters. Joey and I bounced around the country. We've had critics and doubters. It's kind of fun to stick it to them. But in the end, this is fun. We're off at noon. They get paid well. You're off at noon. You're never going to get this camaraderie back. When I retire, I'm not going to get to sit in a room for 2 hours. I've said this before. I like creating the show as much as I like doing the show. I just like being curious and getting ideas and building little rants. So, I mean, Gisele's great and everything, but can we slow down on this? Tom Brady's also a guy. Phillip Rivers has a little bit of this in him. He likes practice. Brady's into football practice. Most guys aren't. It's tedious. I briefly played high school football. Football practice is hard. It's wet. I grew up on the coast of Washington. It's wet. You get hit. It's just awful. Of course, I was in small high school showers, and it was, not great facilities. But football practice is generally no fun. and Brady loves football practice. So I don't understand the rush. He's got 16 hours a day after sleep. How long can you jet ski? How many times can you ride a horse in Costa Rica? Football's fun. And you know when it's really fun? When you're winning Super Bowls. Don't give it up. My theory on life. Find stuff that makes you happy and do it over and over and over and over again. And that's a great life. I tell my kids all the time, what makes you happy? My son loves tech. Do tech a lot. Hang out with people who talk tech. I hear him on his little computer upstairs laughing all the time. His little buddies. They can't be together during the pandemic, but they're just talking about the silliest stuff, and I don't get any of it, and it's silly to me, and it's tech stuff. It makes him happy. So do it over and over and over again. Tom Brady, I mean, he knocked down a beer there. He got a little drunk, went a little sideways, off the rails, but that's not who he is. Who he is a family guy and a football guy, and there's time for both.